Hi everyone, welcome to Blue Heron Hill. I'm Sue. Happy New Year. It has been a while, but things have been busy around here and I'm going to show you what's going on in this video. So in 2024, my garden was coming to an end in the fall. I did talk in a video previously, and I'll post it up here, about my about the production in my main garden, or the lack of production in my main garden. This was my first garden plot that I established way back in, I think about 2010. We were immensely proud of this undertaking, and it was a raised bed garden, 24 by 24, and we had framed it with 8 by 8 foot timbers. And then we put a 6-foot high fencing all around to keep the critters out, the deer, the bunnies, the groundhogs, anything else that might be wanting to munch on my veggies. So this went in a few years before I actually permanently moved onto the property. And so I would just garden in the summertime. So over the years, an invasive weed had taken hold, and it was called the horsetail fern. I tried year after year to either dig it out, manage it, do whatever I could to, short of using an herbicide, to get this weed under control and or out of my garden. The literature said that changing the pH, raising it to an alkaline level might help. And I tried that in certain closed off areas in my garden. But it worked to some extent, but not completely. If I had tried it over my whole garden, I would have risked losing a lot of production, because not all plants like to live in an alkaline environment. So, needless to say, more drastic measures needed to be done. And here's the start of hopefully my permanent solution to this ongoing problem that I've had. We started out clearing out the old foliage, the weeds, and the plants from the 2024 gardening season.
No, I don't see it. Mom, is that good?
Yeah. Leveling the area came next, and the tractor, and we call him Kevin, helped. Some of the soil is so beautiful and healthy that it hurts me to discard it. But any bit of that root system of the fern will sprout into more foliage. As level as we could, we started on a permanent weed barrier. I've had great results with this fabric from Growers Supply. I put it down in our vineyard and haven't had a weed pop through in about 10 years. So I'm going to do my best to suffocate this weed. This is the end of October, and the weather is turning blustery and cold, but on we go. The fabric is looking good, all stapled down, only about 5 more strips to go to completely cover the garden. This is the first raised bed going in. I'm going to place them in roughly the same layout of the original beds that I had in this main garden. In this bed, the corners were made from cement garden forms, because that's what we had, and it's great to use them for this purpose. The sides on this bed are leftover 2x8s. The bed is approximately 2 by 15 feet with a cross brace in the center. We filled it first with leaves and some chicken bedding, topsoil, and then finished it with compost. The next beds are built differently. 6x6 corner posts and 3 by 13 feet long. And I used 6-foot cedar pickets that are pieced together and then braced at the appropriate spots inside the raised beds. We are filling these the same as the first bed. Oh, forgot to mention putting cardboard first and then leaves, soil, and compost. They will not be filled to the very top, but the plants are going to have at least 10 inches of room for their roots to spread. In the coming years, we'll see if that's sufficient. The other raised beds in my other gardens don't have the weed barrier, and the roots have access to all the natural soil below them. But they don't have the horsetail fern problem that this garden did, thank goodness. Had some gaps along the bottom of a few of these raised beds. So we use the old cedar pickets, and they are over 6 years old. Not the best leveling job, sorry to say, but this will work. It would be nice to say that we did this build in a day, but this was over the course of a few weeks. This is well composted horse manure that we get from a local farmer. And this was delivered last spring and will be ready with good nutrients for this coming spring and summer. There are currently 4 parallel beds. 3 of them are 3 foot by 15 feet. We have 1 more to go in, and that will be 2 by 13 feet. Oh, Mother Nature wouldn't let us continue. Weather is here with a vengeance. That is my plan for 2025 in my garden. Brand new. I'm actually calling it a brand new garden because it's a total redo of what I had before. Fingers crossed that this will solve my problem, and my garden will give me many years of great production. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm glad you stopped by. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for coming back. New season, more videos. I've been working in the kitchen, canning up produce that from last year's garden, and some cooking videos. So until the next time that we can go digging in the dirt or cooking in the kitchen, bye now.